Hi, this is Paul. I'm coming back with TTM episode number 72. Uh, I didn't get that many non-battle of the teams returns, just three. Let me tell you something, Mail. What they've done, they've decreased the amount of regional processing and distribution centers across the country. So the mail is really, it's really slow. I mean, it's so, but so because it's not that many regular returns, I'm going to incorporate a blind trade return from Johnny Serena. I'll tag Johnny on this. If anybody hasn't subscribed to Johnny's channel, please do so. He collects. He's a TTMer and mainly baseball, but he's getting into the other sports too. But he's working on every set from like the early to mid 1950s all the way to the mid 90s. Plus, he does his blind trades where you send him cards with a self-addressed with a sassy, and he will send you back comparable cards. He'll do a video. So this is what this is. Johnny's also a big volunteer, Tennessee Volunteers fan, a Cubs fan, a Braves fan. So he's always sending the good vibes, and he's always saying "Go Vols." So all right, so let's get into this blind trade from Johnny. First one is a 90 score on Don Robinson. The next one is an 87 tops of Don Robinson. Don Robinson was a very good hitting pitcher. So when he was able to hit, back when he played, they hit. So okay, then on the 83 tops, you got Johnny Grubb, who was a member of the 1984 world champion Detroit Tigers. He was also an all-star with the San Diego Padres. Then you got 88 tops of Dion James with the Braves. He also played for the Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians. Good TTMer. The next one is a 90 tops of Tim Naring. Tim Naring, I don't believe he's with the Yankees anymore, but was like the head of the Yankees player development a few years ago. And then the last one is a 94 Upper Deck Premier Prospects card of Brad Fulmer, who came up with the Montreal Expos. So thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it. Hope to do more blind trades with you in the future. So thanks for the great returns on the trade. You always do the right thing. So, okay, so now I had three regular returns. A couple of them were actually very long returns. But so the first return is a 2-2 in 45 days from Mark. I'm sorry, I tilted the camera. Mark Gubica. He signed this 92 Leaf Studio. He's hot and cold with his signature. Sometimes he'll give you the whole thing. Sometimes he'll just give you the G. I believe Mike at the hot corner. Shout out to Mike. Good luck to the Phillies in the postseason. Mike, I believe, got the full Gubica. Maybe because Mark Gubica is a native of Philadelphia, so maybe he shows partiality to the Philadelphia fans. Just kidding, Mike. But it is what it is. And then he signed the 92 Tops Stadium Club. The next one is a one-on-one in 112 days from Captain Alan Anderson. Okay. Now, why did I call him Captain Alan Anderson? First of all, Captain Alan Anderson, thank you for your service as a first responder. Captain Alan Anderson, after retiring from baseball, became a Columbus, Ohio firefighter. And eventually he got promoted up to captain. So I guess I don't know if they call them battalion captains, or I know there's a battalion chief. So thank you for your service. Also, another first responder who's a great TTMer is Frank Tepedino. I've seen several of you get him back Frank Tepedino, after he retired from baseball, became an NYFD, New York City Fire Department firefighter, and was a first responder during 911. So thank you, Mr. Tepedino, for your service, and thank you all first responders, including the military, that help keep us all safe and able to function with our lives. So, all right. So, and then the last return, this is an old baseball battle of the teams return, is Larry Kazian. He signed in 196 days, 2-2. He signed a 92 Fleer when he was with Minnesota, but he was also with the White Sox. And he signed the logo photo, which doesn't count for anything right now, but it is what it is. Can't control it. So other than that, like, comment, subscribe. I don't have much to talk about. I already had my say with the Mets. Hopefully everybody enjoys. There's a lot of sports going on with the Major League Baseball playoffs. And I know I mentioned it on my last video, but wouldn't it be ironic if there's a Milwaukee Brewers Seattle Mariners World Series? The Brewers have only been to the World Series once in '82 when they were defeated by the St. Louis Cardinals. But in 1969, they were the Seattle Pilots, played 1 year at Seattle, and then they went bankrupt, and former commissioner, or he's now Commissioner Emeritus, Alan Selig, Bud, purchased the Seattle Pilots out of bankruptcy court. And in 1970, they became the Milwaukee Brewers. And they actually went to spring training in 1970 as the Pilots. So basically, when the regular season started, they had to use the pilot uniforms and put different lettering on them. So let's see what happens with that. But also another interesting matchup is that if somehow the Dodgers lose to the Phillies, which I'm hoping for, that the Phillies and the Cubs hook up. The Cubs playing the Phillies. I'm sorry, the Dodgers are playing the Phillies, so we want the Phillies to beat the Dodgers. Shout out to Mike at the Hot Corner. And we want and if the Cubs beat the Brewers, there would be a Cubs-Phillies National League Championship Series, which, ironically would be in honor of Rhino, who passed away. And, of course, Ron Sandberg, originally a Philly, and, of course, made his mark with the Cubs, but was also the Phillies manager. And then one more thing about this Ohtani rule. You do not play with the same rules in the regular season as you do in the postseason. For instance, you go from 4 umpires to 6 umpires. You don't have the ghost runner. No more Ohtani rule, okay? There are not enough two-way players, okay? If the Dodgers want to pitch Ohtani and he comes out of the game, he comes out of the game. And because once he comes to play the bat while he's pitching, they forfeit the DH, okay? He should not allow to be to stay in as a designated hitter after he leaves the game as a pitcher. Commissioner Manfred, you need to work on that because it is not fair, okay? When there's a significant amount of two-way players, maybe you can implement the rule, okay? But you're kind of being double-sided here, okay? So if you're going to have special rules for the postseason, get rid of the Ohtani rule, okay? And it's not because I don't like the Dodgers, but it's just not fair. So the people, Mike up in the hot corner in Philadelphia and your brethren, make some noise today. I know Mike's going to the game. Make some noise. Let's get Ohtani all bothered, okay? Other than that, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you later.